Hello. In this series of blogs and videos I called Getting Things Done, I want to help you move into action. To do this typically requires a system, tools and techniques and processes. And in these blogs and videos I will talk about the system that I use and the thinking that underpins it. Before we start talking about the system, however, I would like to reiterate the importance of having a foundation for any system that you develop. And the foundation to the system comes from the previous blogs and videos, what we've discussed. The idea of your hedgehog, knowing where you add maximum value in the world. Your one thing planning exercise, where you went through your visioning, your enduring purpose, your values and your mission. And then how you turn that into meaningful action and become more productive. In the previous series of videos and blogs, we discussed three concepts, and I want to talk about them in a little bit of detail here. The concepts were purpose, priority, and productivity. What we mean by this is that while one certainly needs systems and tools to become productive, as or perhaps more importantly, is that you have the right foundation underpinning whatever system and tools that you use. Doing the right thing is certainly more important than doing things right. Priority comes before productivity. Productivity without priority is not possible. How can you be productive if you don't know what the important things are that you have to do, the things that will help you move towards your goals? Equally, how can you understand what your priorities are, what the most important things are, if you don't have a context, a sense of what you're trying to accomplish in the long term, what your purpose is? If you've done the previous exercises that we discussed in the last couple of series of videos and blogs, where we looked at our hedgehog and our one thing planning, you will have your visioning exercise done, you will have your exercise done, and you will understand that. If not, you should go back and redo it. Stephen Covey summed it up very, very well many years ago in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, when he talked about climbing the ladder successfully to the top, only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall. You have to start with your context, what you're trying to accomplish long term, and work your way back through priorities to productivity. So, the order is purpose, priority, and productivity from the bottom up. Like our logo, if you look at our logo, you'll see it's a 3-part logo. And we talk about clarity, strategy, action. This is the exact same idea. 3 parts: purpose, priority, productivity. This model is hierarchical in that each level requires a level below before it can exist, but each level is self-contained in that it contains the level below. A letter stands on its own. A word includes a letter and stands on its own. A sentence includes words and stands on its own. And so on. Sentence, paragraph, chapter, book. The word requires the letters, but it doesn't require the sentences. The sentences require the words, but doesn't require the paragraph. So each level stands on its own in that it includes the level below. The exact same is true of any system or any approach that we want to adopt to being productive. Productivity requires the level below, which is priority, which in turn requires a level below, which is purpose. No purpose, no priority, no priority, no productivity. Remember the well-worn cliche? The greatest of all mistakes is to do really, really well what need not be done at all. So what's the point of becoming more productive at doing the things that may not indeed matter? So if you haven't done your hedgehog exercise, if you haven't done your one thing plan, that whole visioning exercise, you should go back now and do that before you proceed any further. Identify what your purpose is, identify what your priorities are, and then talk about becoming more productive and how you implement them. Just before I finish, a quick comment. In this series of blogs and videos and the previous ones, I am presenting for free to you all the wisdom, tools, techniques, systems, thinking, process, everything I've accumulated over the last 30 years, the best stuff I've come across. And I want to share that with everybody who needs it. I don't know who these people are, you do. So your friends and colleagues that you think might benefit from any of this, please share it. Send this, forward the link to them. Encourage them to read the blogs, to watch the videos, so they can get use out of this as well. Finally, I'd like to close with a few thoughts on a light note. The first one is from Ashley Brilliant. I like to take one day at a time, but sometimes a few days attack me at once. And the other one is from Sally Kempton, where she says, it's hard to fight an enemy who is outposts in your head. So I wish you luck, and we'll explore these ideas a bit further in the next blog and videos. Thank you.